to life and liberty. We're all created equally in America, and we're going to live here happily in America. Our founding fathers crossed the seas and built the New World colonies. But King George wouldn't set them free, so they fought a revolution.
Hi, my name's Diane. You're currently watching the Just Kidding Around show. Thank you so much for joining us. This week we are introducing a new guest to our home viewers, and your name is Diane
Kurzyna.
Diane Kurzyna, is that right? Okay. And if she looks familiar, it's because she also goes by the name
Ruby Reusable.
Ruby Reusable, and she has a real important message for all of us today, and I want to thank you for coming on the show. Before we get started, I'd like to look in the camera and say hello to the children at Lydia Hawk and South Bay. Hi.
And I want to say hi to my family, my husband Alan, and my sons Max and Joe, and our cats Bellamy and Belladonna, and all my friends in Olympia, all my Olympia dumpster diver friends.
Well, great. Thank you. And again, I'm glad you could come on the show. So they opened on some of these dolls and things. Did you make these dolls?
Yes, I did. And in fact, I made those dolls out of stuff that normally gets thrown away.
Oh, really? So you take garbage.
Or, let's see, so I take things like plastic bread bags,
Okay.
bubble wrap,
And this is packaging.
and tape,
Oh.
and
And then you make these beautiful
I make
dolls. Wow. It's soft, too.
because it's stuffed with the bubble wrap.
Wow. And so the message is, we hear about reduce, reuse, and recycle, but you really work hard on
The creative reuse part.
creative reuse part. And then your work is in galleries and things?
Yes, in Olympia, I have art at Matter Gallery on 5th Avenue between Capitol and Columbia.
Wow.
And I have artwork temporarily on display at the Hands-On Children's Museum.
Oh.
And permanently on display at the Olympia Community Center.
Is that right? Of the Olympia Community Center. I'll have to
Yes.
go down there and check out some of your
It's
stuff.
part of the Olympia, City of Olympia Portable Arts work.
Portable arts, okay. And so it moves around? How would it, if it's permanently there, how could it be portable?
Well, they could move it to the
If they
new
wanted
City
to.
Hall
All
or
right,
other
okay.
people's offices.
And I hear you make sculptures that are life-size.
Yes. And those mostly are in my studio. There is one in the window of Matter Gallery.
Okay. So then once you make something like this, then it, gosh, that is really cool. Could a child actually play with this?
No, these are not toys.
They're not
These are for they're art.
Okay.
They're for decorative purposes.
Okay.
So they're
Very creative. Now, how did you come up with this idea?
well, I've been finding creative ways to reuse materials basically all my life.
Oh, even when you were young?
Yes, yes. My earliest memories of making art from recycled materials is
All
being
right.
like 7 years old.
Because
and
when you were 7, were people into recycling?
my father was,
Oh, he was ahead of his time, huh?
and
Wow.
he instilled that in me.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I've
So
been,
you saw value in things other people were throwing
yes,
out.
yes,
So you've been doing this for a very long time.
yes.
Wow.
And
Okay. Well, I'm going to give this back to you. And I heard we're going to do a little project here today.
Oh, and before I forget, I wanted to show you, because I make several kinds of dolls. So that was
Okay.
the plastic bag and tape doll.
Made out of plastic bags.
And then this is the bottle doll.
There's a bottle under there?
There's a bottle underneath here.
Okay, hold them up. Go, no, okay, there you go.
And
Thank you to the camera that got that. So, and can you gently hold him up so that he's still, there he is. What
And
is
this
that?
is actually me.
Oh, that's you? I thought it was a monk. It's you. Oh, I see.
I've got a
oh,
hat
how cute.
and hair and a scarf, and I'm all in black. That's the hint that it's me.
Oh, how funny. You got a little bag, you got a little necklace.
And yes, one of my, I recently did a recycled art doll project with some students, and they actually made this bag
Oh, how cute.
out of a juice drink pouch.
So you had gone into a school and done, how cute. So you dressed the doll with these
fabric
are
scraps.
Okay, scraps of fabric.
Like old clothes, and it starts with a bottle and a sock and a plastic bag.
Okay.
And like I said, fabric scraps, and this is an old
Great.
sock.
How cute.
But that's not what we're going to do
So
today.
some of this is stuff people can do at home on a rainy day.
Oh yeah.
We've had a lot of rainy days. So, what are we going to do today?
What I want to show you how to do today is how to make candy wrapper dolls. The
candy wrapper doll.
sweet wishes.
So these are fairies. You call your dolls fairies, don't you?
Well, the ones with the wings, I guess, are fairies,
Okay.
and then the ones without wings are people or dolls.
Okay. Oh, there's one of them. She's a star. Yay, I'm a star. I'm a fairy star. She doesn't have wings, so she's not a fairy star, huh? Oh, boy, you don't throw anything away. How do you organize things at home?
Well, I do most of my work in my studio, which is downtown in the historic Capitol Theater building on Washington Street.
So you just collect things?
And I store them in reused plastic containers, you know, like old peanut butter jars. And,
So when you see something, a scrap, do you right away have in mind what you do with it, or just have like scraps that you...
Oh, sometimes it takes a little while. Like with the candy wrapper dolls, it took a little while. I was doing the laundry, and my son had left some candy in his pants pocket, and I didn't notice until after I'd done the laundry, and I'm pulling out all these shiny wrappers. They were candies like this, and the candy had dissolved, but there was all these shiny wrappers. And I'm like, should I throw these away, or can I use them? And so I started making
use. Wow, and I see your jewelry is recycled.
Yeah, a friend of mine made this.
Oh, she made that?
Yeah, out of, I guess, old
So you hang around
flowers.
with recyclers, too?
Oh, yes. There's a bunch of us.
I think the Pacific Northwest recycles. Oh, they got your little hand there. There it is. What a beautiful, beautiful bracelet. Very pretty. Hey, well, I'd like to show you my bracelet, too. Coincidentally, I wore this one.
I love that bracelet.
And this bracelet's made out of old spoons.
Excellent.
Go figure, you know. Oh, there I got my, there it is. Those are spoons, the ends of spoons. So, I don't know. All right. Do you want to get started making the dolls?
Yes. So, like I said, I use candy wrappers. Oh, and before I forget, I teach students how to make these art dolls. And so this was made by a student in one of my workshops.
Is she a Muslim doll or what?
No, I think that is her hair.
Oh, it's her hair.
And then
I thought
wings.
maybe that was her scarf.
No, wings and...
So she would technically be a fairy.
Yes.
Because she's got wings.
And anyway, so I'm going to show you how I use what this is discontinued cookie packaging. I was an artist in the studio at the Museum of Glass, and they gave me a whole roll of this discontinued cookie packaging. And it's Mylar, kind
they
of
don't
like...
make these cookies anymore.
No. But it's Mylar, kind of like when you have a snack chip bag. That's
Or old Mylar balloon, maybe.
I guess you could use a Mylar balloon. I'm into
what
using
do
the
you do with the old
packaging.
balloon? Okay.
So that's why,
All right.
and it's not aluminum foil.
And I'm going to
This
interrupt
is
you. Why were
different.
you at the Museum of Glass? You were
I
featured
was
artist or something?
They have an education studio.
All right.
And so I got to be the artist in working in the education studio, interacting with the public,
Okay.
doing various projects,
All right.
and so that was one
Sounds
of the
like you're a
things.
busy artist.
I try.
Yeah,
I make art, try to sell it, teach.
Good. And
Just-
if people want to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
They'd go to my website,
Okay.
which is
Maybe they'll put it up. I think they have it up right now.
rubyreusable.com.
There it is, right there. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I consider myself a art activist. Not just making art and waiting for people to come see it, but I also write about.
Promote it. Oh, you do?
I write about recycled art. I have a blog called Olympia Dumpster Divers.
Oh, really?
And so I write about my recycled art as well as recycled art in Olympia, the Northwest,
Oh.
the United States, around the world. I'm really into it.
Wow. So you're quite famous then. You write a blog called
Olympia Dumpster Divers.
Olympia Dumpster Divers.
And that's linked to my website.
Okay.
And I have artwork.
So if they start at your website, though, then they'll...
Yes,
They'll
and
be
they'll
able
find
to-
out where my artwork
Because
is on
there's
display.
bound to be other people out there, and I know classroom teachers would be interested in this, and art teachers, and just people that want to help save the environment, right?
Yes, and I'm,
Okay.
as a volunteer Thurston County master recycler, I not only am teaching about art, but I'm teaching about recycling. And reducing and reusing and just kind of
So there's what did you say? Thurston County has what now?
a master recycler program.
And what are the master recyclers? What do
They're
they do?
volunteers who do various projects.
So would you come into schools and talk to people?
Some of the master recyclers do, or they volunteer at various events in Olympia to help collect the recycling,
I've never
things
heard
like
that
that.
term. Never. I've heard of master gardeners.
Yeah, so
but
it's
I've
similar
never
to the
heard of
master gardeners, but it's
recyclers.
master recycler.
Is that new?
No, it's been going on for quite some time. I'm not sure how
Okay.
long.
All right.
And I'm also on the Washington State Arts Commission official roster of teaching artists.
Oh, woo. Pretty soon I'll be saluting you. Let's get started making
Anyway,
this doll.
Yeah, so what I want to show you, and I have my supplies in my lovely little reusable bag
Darling
here.
bag. Would that be hard to make? We're not supposed to advertise, so just ignore the
See, what I'm using is
what you just
recycled
saw.
stuff. So.
But the bag is so cool. You could use any of those portable drinks, or what do you call those drinks?
Juice pouches?
Juice pouches, is that what they call? And somebody stitched those. Now, did you do that? Did you?
No, that was made by a high school student, an Olympia high school student, a couple years ago.
Wow.
And since I collect recycled art as
How
well as
clever
make it,
is that? I love it.
yeah. Anyway, okay, so we're going to get started. And what you're going to need is some wire. And I use telephone wire because I have that available. It's something that used to get thrown away and not get reused. And so it was available, and it comes in lots of different colors.
They would just throw a wire in the garbage.
They're just, yeah. I mean, back when I was in school, we had, our art rooms always had tons of this wire. We'd make jewelry and stuff like that. You never got to do that? No?
I remember
Yeah.
doing it.
Anyway, but if you don't have telephone wire, access to telephone wire, you could use any kind of wire that's, between, like 20 gauge to 30 gauge, I guess.
That seems kind of right.
So like, beading wire, things that you could get at craft stores. And so you're going to need some sort of Mylar. Like I said, if you could use cookie packaging. And what we're going to do, and this is about 15 inches long, so it could be about 15 to 18 inches long. And the wire, you'd need about 10 feet at the most.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is roll your Mylar.
And you thought this pattern up yourself.
Yes, actually, a friend of mine who's and also does recycled art, she and I started making things out of wrapped fabric and wire. And so it's gone on from there. And she actually started doing the dolls with fabric and wire, and I started doing the dolls with the mylar and the candy wrappers. So it's kind of like gone on from there. So anyway, so here we go. I've rolled this up, and I've got the wire, and I'm going to wrap the wire around the mylar.
Just the very end, you only have, the camera's picking you up.
Okay.
So you just can you stop for just a second? There's just a tiny bit at the end that's not wrapped. You're pretty much wrapping from the very end.
And so the idea is that the wire is what not only holds the mylar together, but it gives it its bendability and its strength. And so
so then you can sculpt. And you can actually use these as, yeah.
So you could pose them,
bend
things
and
like that.
Yeah.
And so this is the tedious part. You just keep on wrapping, and you wrap it so that I'm pulling it tight.
And is there any special way to wrap it?
No, just
tightly
you don't,
around it.
and you want to wrap it so that you could still see the mylar in between.
Okay. You have to do that full length then.
Yes.
So what do they do if they don't have that mylar? Because most people are not going to have
Well, like I said, I think you could use. I mean, everybody has access to some sort of packaging, like cookies or.
Okay. So it could be
chips.
clear. Oh, chips. It wouldn't have to be mylar.
Well, I guess. See, like this is a chip package. A lot of chip packages. Most chip
I
packages.
don't actually eat a lot of this stuff, so I don't know.
Well, that's
okay.
See.
But that's not as long as.
So this is an individual packet.
Okay.
I mean, Okay. I mean, if you had kids, you would probably have like the
If I had no kids,
the big size bag. That's the individual size bag. So yeah, packaging comes in different sizes.
Okay.
The family size.
But could you use cloth with this?
Yes.
That's what I was kind of
Yes.
getting at.
You could use-
because
yeah.
you said you started with your friend with cloth.
Yes, and so
I
she
was
was
wondering.
she was using fabric scraps, and yeah. So anything that you'd want to. I just like things that are shiny.
Got it.
So anyway, so we wrap this down to the end, and we're out of wire. And so what I'm going to do is just cut that. And I'm going to save this because this could be reused again. Okay, so, and you do that twice. And so you make 2 lengths like that. And then you need more wire, thank you. Which I rolled up onto this spool. It normally doesn't come rolled up on, the telephone wire doesn't
really?
come on this spool. I did this so it
once
didn't get
again,
all
if you
over.
don't have telephone wire,
You could go to the craft store and just,
and just get the weight. You said, what did you say, 10 and 20?
between 20 gauge and 30 gauge,
Okay.
depending. So, all right, this is the tricky part. I got to concentrate now.
I'm watching.
Okay, so you've got 2 pieces that are about the same size and shape, and you're going to bend them about 2/3 of the way down like that together. All right. And then you're going to take your telephone wire and about 1 inch from this bend, you're going to wrap it around like that. Now what I'm doing is I'm making the neck.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to be the neck. And then I'm going to lift, these are now the arms.
Okay.
And I'm going to wrap the body. And so I'm going to say, well, let's see. I think I'll go.
Do you use the same process for the life-size sculptures that you do, or do you use it? That's more the stuffing with the packing material.
That's with tape and plastic bags.
So it's a totally different
Totally
process.
different, yeah, like I said. And then the bottle dolls are totally different too. So it's
Okay, three different types of dolls, totally different.
Yes. Okay. This is the one I thought I could do in a half hour.
Oh, we have 5 minutes left.
Oh dear, okay. So this is the body. And now we get to the fun part, which is using candy wrappers to dress the
and
doll.
these are your own candy wrappers, or do you have people save
my
for you?
sons
And
my friends
Okay.
save them for me. So what we have to do, this is a low temp glue gun, and it's a mini low temp glue gun. And so it's not as hot as the high temp, but it can still burn you if you're not careful. But I use these with school children, and we have a pretty good safety record. And then these are craft store spangles. And so I'm going to take one and glue it. It keeps on following me. And that's going to be the face.
When you go into the schools, do you bring all the recycled things, or the kids have
I
to
bring some, but the students also get involved in the process, because that way they get the idea that the stuff, the junk, trash, doesn't come from somewhere else. It starts at home. All right, so now I've got all these different candy wrappers, and I want to make a dress. And so I'm going to do a quick
Just
little
any
dress.
candy wrapper, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, no, any colorful candy wrapper.
Any size.
And then for hair, I go to the thrift stores and get this garland that they sell at Christmas time.
I have lots of garland. Oh.
And that's what I like. I like using that for the hair.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to just glue that on top of the head. Like that.
Oh, she's got some long hair. That gives her a lot of personality.
Yeah, and you could cut it, you can style it.
Has her. Could you show her little face at the camera? There it is. There she is. Do you give them names?
Sometimes.
A good-looking girl like that, she'd have a fancy name, I think.
What do you want to call her?
I think Gloria.
Gloria.
Makes me want to sing that song, Anyway, is Gloria done? Ooh, she's got some long legs on her. So that would be
And
our
now we
doll.
could pose her if you want to.
Made out of, and because she's a bendable doll. Wouldn't that be a fun thing to do at a birthday party or something?
I did this at the Timberland, the downtown Olympia Timberland Library.
You've done a lot of things. So
in
this
December.
You did Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so you do workshops in different places.
Yes.
How cute. Now, can she wear, can Gloria have some boots or gloves or something?
Oh, let's see.
We're going to be signing off here.
What do you want to give her?
Give her a boot. I want her to have some boots. She looks
How
a
about
little
some
leggy.
leg warmers.
Leg warmers, yeah.
Leg warmers.
She looks
there we go.
like the
Here,
type.
get another matching one, and we'll make her
What color was that one?
that pinky one.
The Christmas. There you go. So
Oh,
we're
that's
going to be
red.
signing
No, we want
off.
a pinky one.
Oh, red? You have a pinky one? Boy, Gloria's picky.
Here we go.
Is that it?
No, wait. Oh, no, do we not have another?
No pinky one?
Oh, here we go.
Okay. I want to thank the crew. Thank you, Jerry, Jillian, Bruce Tenney, and Jim Elder. Thank you for our director, who is Tom Dubuque. And thank you for all your reusing.
Well,
and
thank
all
you.
All the art that you do in the community. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for having me, Diane.
Please join us again sometime. And bye, Gloria. Oh, maybe Gloria will be sticking around. Very cute.
We the people here decree we've the right to life and liberty. We're all created equally in America, and we're going to live here happily in America. Our founding fathers crossed the seas and built the new world colonies. But King George wouldn't set them free, so they fought a revolution, the American Revolution. Oh, we the people here decree we've the right to life and liberty. We're all created equally in America, and we're going to live here happily in America. The English army came in boats. It was buckskin versus bright red coats. Then the Yankees won the war and wrote our country's constitution, the United States Constitution. Oh, we the people here decree we've the right to life and liberty. We're all created equally in America, and we're going to live here happily in America. Through the passing years, the pioneers crossed the frontier without rest. Oh, the land was new and this country grew from the east coast to the west.